Hi guys, so today's question is the find the longest balanced substring. So this has been solved. So let me take the problem solution. So the problem solution is this: you are given a binary string S consists of zeros and ones. Okay, you have given a binary string with zeros and ones. The substring is considered balanced if all zeros comes. So these are two conditions. First is all the zeros should come before ones. Substring is a contiguous sequence of characters. Okay, and the number of zeros is equal to number of ones. So you have to find the longest substring where all the zeros are before ones and the number of zeros is equal to number of ones. Like this is the substring. The number of zeros is before number of ones, but its length is 2. Here is the substring which is the longest. All the zeros before ones and the length is 6. Same way here, it is the 4 of 4 length. It is of 0 length. So let me take to the answer which I have done. So I've taken two array list and the integer max which I will initialize this to the minimum value of the integer, which will be in the minus. So I've taken two loop and iterated and j will be equal to I. So I can start from the zeroth element, then starting from the first element to the last and so on. And I've counted the number of zeros and ones and stored the number of zeros in other list. I will tell you the use of the list and the number of one in one list. No, not the number of ones, the no indices of the zeros and indices of the ones. Now you got a idea that why I've stored in the array list to compare the indices, that all the indices of the zeros should be before ones. That is to satisfy the first condition, and count to to verify that the number of ones is equal to number of zeros is equal to number of ones. So as soon as number of zero becomes equal to number of ones, so I have to iterate to see that the all the indices of the zeros should not be greater than the indices of the ones. So if it is greater than count, I should increase the count. If count is 0, means all the indices are already less than 1. So I will calculate their difference and I will store the max. If max is initially initialized to integers of mean value, of course the first value which comes, which is 2, which will be greater than max value. So it will be stored j minus I plus 1 because it starts from 0. So I have to increase the plus 1. Similarly, when the string will start from here, it will be equal to 6 and 6 is greater than 2. Yes, I will store that there 6 and clear the list every other loop and count 0. But there is one more condition. If there is no substring which is and like number of one is equal to number of zeros, and or the second condition is not satisfied, then initially max is initialized to integer of mean value. That if it is the case that max is not initialized with any value, then the max value should be 0. So this is the question. Thank you.